It's 31st December 2025. I have been away from the internet for a couple of months. The last vlog I recorded, I decided to discard because I didn't want to be on the internet at the time. There's a calendar I bought at the beginning of the year. I usually make these notes at the back of it. I thought it might be a good way to reflect on the year that has passed and maybe bring you all up to speed on what has been happening. January 2025. The most exciting thing that I did this year was make a short film that I really, really wanted to make. I wrote the first draft of this film in September 2023, which is long ago. I workshopped it and worked on it for about 6 months. I got some very critical feedback on it and I kept it aside. I did not have any of the funding needed, but I had a lot of faith in the idea and I had just the right kind of people around me. If I was to be speaking to the person that I was in January 2025, I would tell them that things are going to work out. To-do list for February says shoot Rage. Rage Against the Machine was the name of the short film at the time. The name changed eventually. Now the film is called We Were Here. We had a budget of 10 lakh rupees, but we ended up spending almost double of that. And for proportion, the short films that I've usually made are made for between 15,000 rupees and 50,000 rupees. And I took a brave big step in February 2025 to go out and make that film. There's no distribution platform for short films, there's no market for it. So to spend that amount of money on something and for people to back a film like that up is quite powerful, I'd say. And I'm super lucky. This lovely line producer and producer of the short film, Yash Gonzai, he showed me a photo on his mobile phone of a location in Ahmedabad, and I thought that was exactly what I needed for the film. And it was a random coffee meeting. Never been to Ahmedabad before that. I'd only seen one image, but that image was so powerful. There's a lot of blind spots in filmmaking. You think that a script has to just convert into a film, but the distance between the two is substantially larger than what you would practically imagine. And to be able to walk through those blind spots and get into light again, you need to be able to take major leaps of faith. That's something I learned this February. Coming to March, I was telling myself at the time that I need to shoot an advertisement. I love shooting commercials. I think it's great practice and it suddenly puts you out of your indulgence and allows you to see somebody else's vision and realize where the world's operating. I find that so grounding. And so I shot a commercial in March for this brand called Porter. April. This is honestly very personal, but I was trying to get perspective on the film, and the first few cuts of the film were really not working. The film had been seen by 2 to 3 people, a friend of mine and my parents, and the reaction was fairly average. We had one of my favorite editors, Pranav. He is so patient with all the crazy ideas that come up. You never know where inspiration really comes from. In fact, my music composer, Yash Sahai, who was absolutely brilliant, he saw the first cut and said that the first 3 minutes of the film were not working. And the beauty of collaboration is that he, instead of sticking to composing, chose to re-edit the first 2 minutes of the film and send it back to us. And that has made it to the final cut. May. I started working on a new feature idea that I had been developing. Moving on to June, I was working on a short film called Take My Hand, also obsessively for a couple of months, and I had then decided to abandon. I really like Take My Hand. I decided to abandon the short film because I had decided in June that the next project that I bet on will be a feature film. July, no notes, because monsoon is my least favorite season in Bombay. I like the monsoon, but I don't like it in Bombay. August, no notes. September, it says, let go of festival obsession. If there's one thing I've very solidly learned this year, it is what the film festival world is like and what film festivals matter. I was so obsessed with the festival strategy for the short film that I needed to take a break from Reddit altogether. Read a book, it said. I hadn't had the time to read anything. And so I started reading this book. It's called The Rachel Incident. Ashna recommended it to me. It's got the TikTok Book Awards, which perfectly suits my reading style. Because this is how I read my book as well. It says finished 31st December 2025, which is this morning. November. No, October. Oh, it's October after. Huh, that makes sense. Did an ad, I'm so glad, because I'd been broke as fuck for the past couple of months. I had 3 ad opportunities that had come up in the middle of October, and I chose to say yes to all 3 of them, and only one of them actually converted. But the best part was that I said yes to all 3 of them, and I think that's what I learned in October. I directed the best commercial that I have shot this year in November. This was a commercial for Max Estates. That ad is 4.5 minutes long. That's now. Birthday plans. It's my birthday on the 1st of January. It says headshots because I had to get headshots of myself clicked, and I'm usually quite bad at posing. But I think I did a very good job with this time's photo shoot, huh? I consulted my brother, who's extremely good at modeling and making these photo shoots happen. It also says book France tickets and book USA flights because our short film eventually got selected at Clermont-Ferrand in France and at South by Southwest, which happens in March. So, gonna be starting the festival run in 2026. I have these incredibly limited edition stickers from the short film that we made that we will be using during our festival run. And some of these I think are pretty cool. And if any of you live in Mumbai and want it to be delivered to you, I'd be very happy to actually send it over. So you can kind of drop me a DM on Instagram and I'll just, order it. I want everybody, including myself, to remember that what you visualize will be the future, and what you think of yourself and the people around you reflects constantly. So it's best to choose the version of things that you actually want. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.